Nathan's last wish in the electric chair was simple: to see his dog one last time. It was a small request, but extremely important, a final chance to connect with the world outside that prison. Something that tied him to the humanity he believed he had lost. But what he didn't know at that moment was that Dexter, the loyal dog, would bring something much more valuable than he imagined. Dexter could be the key to saving his life. When the dog entered the room, the air became dense, and something in Dexter's behavior was off. The dog was agitated, pulling at the leash, making strange noises, and staring intensely at Nathan as if trying to warn him of something no one else knew. He wasn't just excited to reunite, something deeper was happening. Dexter knew his owner was in danger, much more than Nathan realized. What he saw on Dexter's collar made his heart race. It was a small metallic device, almost invisible, but with his engineering experience, Nathan knew it was the key to his freedom. He had been wrongfully convicted, but now, with that device in his hands, he knew he could prove his innocence. He hid the device, but the clock was ticking, and he knew time was running out. The moment of execution was approaching, and Nathan didn't know if he would have enough time to prove his innocence before being executed. The tension in the air was palpable. The judge began to rise. The moment was drawing near. Nathan's condemnation seemed inevitable, but a strange and tense feeling started to form in the room. Something was about to happen. The clock seemed to tick slower as the judge began to stand to speak, already preparing his gavel. It was the end, or at least that's what everyone thought. One more strike, Nathan thought, his eyes fixed on Dexter. The dog was agitated, but with a purpose. There was something in that behavior that indicated urgency. Nathan knew he needed to act fast, but the pain of loss and the injustice he felt almost consumed him entirely. And then, like a flash of light in the darkness, Sarah and Catherine finally managed to decipher the key Nathan left. The information started to surface. Nathan was not the criminal. What he had in his hands was not a mistake or a flaw, but evidence of a massive conspiracy. The data manipulation, the corruption at Aegis Tech, and everything he had been accused of was forged. He was just a pawn in a much larger game, one that was now being exposed. He could be saved. Justice would finally be served. Just as the truth began to be revealed, Nathan was executed. He didn't live to see justice, didn't see the conspiracy crumbling. The irony of his death was bitter. He died, but the truth came to light when it was too late. When the truth was finally exposed, it was too late. The injustice Nathan suffered was finally recognized, but not in Nathan's time. His death was not in vain. The device that Dexter brought was the key to exposing the real culprits, but Nathan was already dead before he could see justice being done. Nathan's story became a legend, not just of injustice, but of how a life can be destroyed by a conspiracy and how the truth always finds a way to come to light. Dexter, the loyal dog, became the symbol of his fight. He didn't save his owner in that moment, but it was through him that the truth spread, and justice finally came, but too late. The truth was revealed, but Nathan was no longer there to see justice served. The injustice was finally corrected, but at the cost of a lost life, a silenced hero, and a tragedy that left the audience with a feeling of helplessness. The dog saved justice, but not his owner. If this story impacted you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more stories like this. Leave your comment below about what you think regarding justice in this case. Do you believe it was done too late, or is there still hope for the justice system? If you want to help the channel continue producing quality content, consider making a donation of just $5. With your help, we can keep bringing exciting and impactful stories like this one, keeping the channel active and offering more content for you. Click the link below and help us grow.